you're feeling there. If you notice any difference when we're talking about feeding that chest down, feeding that core activated, when you're running, there's just that brief moment, like when your hands go overhead in jumping jacks, and you lift up and your chest comes up just slightly enough that your abs are going to disengage. There's going to be a soft spot there where you're vulnerable. That means your spine is vulnerable. That's your core's job is to provide stability for your spine, to keep it from bouncing on itself. So we're going to really work on activating your core here, something you're going to always want to be an exercise you can engage in every single day, especially while you're running or doing any activities, okay? Whether it's squatting, jumping jacks, running outside, we need to have that core fired and know how to get it there. So let's go ahead and grab a spot on our mat. We're going to lay down on our back first. For those of you that are going to be feeling this burn immensely, it does not necessarily mean your core is weak. It means you're doing a good job at using those abs. Okay? Because we're going to definitely put them to work right now. We're going to start with our knees bent, heels on the ground. And the very first thing I want you guys to do is just like we were talking about there through those jumping jacks. I want you to get your chest drawing towards your belly button. So pull that belly button inwards right now. Keep it there. As you're breathing and moving, you're going to try and keep that belly button drawn as close to our spine as possible. And then flex, like you're doing a little crunch, okay? Just enough, we're going to roll our shoulder blades off of the mat, but we're not going to sit up. We're going to keep that lower back flat to the ground right now. And when you come back, I do not want you disengaging your abdominals. You guys should be ready. You're all lined up nicely that I can try and run across all your bellies. You should be ready, no matter where you are in this movement, to take my weight. Alright? So as you're coming back, you're going to keep your core tight. Your shoulder blades are never going to be completely flat on the floor, the tops of your shoulders and knees. There's going to be some tension left there. And then you're going to contract even further. Bring it back towards the floor slowly, contract even further. Back and forth. Keep that going. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. You're actually feeling a little burn already through that waistband. You have a weight belt on. You're going to start to feel that. That's that inner TVA, transverse abdominis, getting tight. It's literally a built-in weight belt that wraps around your spine, inside your abdominal muscles. Next, we're going to bring our feet straight up. I want you to point your toes away from your body. Them pointing forward the entire exercise. Now I want you to get those upper abs activated again. So we're going to bring in about 50% of where you were on that previous exercise. So fire in your core here, and we're going to draw the legs. Heels are going to get closer and closer to the ground until you cannot maintain the small of your back maintaining pressure against the ground. So if you cannot push against the ground with your lower back, you've gone too far. So bring your legs back up at that point, back up to straight, and then start the draw back down towards the floor. Just like the draw bridge, lowering and raising, lowering and raising. Keep those toes pointed upwards. Keep those upper abdominal muscles fired. So we're really activating 100% through your entire frontal plane of your core. Keeping that lower back tight to the floor. At no point should there be any daylight in your lower back, or should you lose contact against the floor. Imagine there's a marble under the small of your back, under the two muscles underneath the side of your back. You're going to be pushing against those marbles. Something that small, you should be able to maintain pressure again. You should definitely be feeling a good burn by now. It's too intense, you can take a short break and then jump back in. Just a couple left. Nice. Go ahead and bring your knees to a 90-degree bent position. We're going to put your fingertips behind your ears. So do not interlock your fingers, just fingertips behind your ears. Now, in one speed, one gear, just first gear, a very slow gear, I want you drawing your elbows and knees towards each other equally. So they're going to meet in the middle. And then they're going to separate equally. So don't accelerate forward initially, and don't accelerate as soon as those elbows and knees break away. Keep that speed the exact same on fire. Do not open up so far that that lower back comes off the ground or you lose that tension in your belly. We want to maintain at least 10% flexion. So definitely tension, belly whack, capable, ready to take it at any point. So when you're most open, again, that's when you're the most vulnerable, but we're keeping that belly button drawn in, we're keeping our abs turned on here. This is nice, slow contraction. Towards your elbows, towards your knees, meeting right over your belly. Again, if you're feeling the burn, that's good, you're doing it right. If you're not feeling the burn, definitely not talking to those abs yet. Nice. We'll take a short break on this. We're going to open up those abdominals, open up your flexors, and put our feet flat on the floor. Hands by our sides. We're going to bridge up. Get those hips up as high as you can. I want you guys pushing down through your heels. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your butt as hard as you can. Feel the stretch on the front of your hips, or those ab muscles that might be a little bit tight right now. Opening up as we lift our hips so high. And then rolling your vertebrae down one at a time. From your shoulders down to your butt. Your butt's the very last thing that you come back to the ground. And then fire the hips back up again. Pushing through your heels, squeezing your glutes. Rolling back down, nice and slow, nice and controlled. So you're maintaining your core through this exercise. Squeezing those glutes, holding that top position for a few seconds is going to help you turn on those glutes after sitting at a desk or sitting in your car on the ride over here. Those glutes have been smashed and lost their ability to fire as rapidly as they will when you're further warmed up. Sounds like what? On this next one, I want you guys to get those shoulder blades tucked underneath you a little bit more and really focus on the height that you're getting those hips up even further. You can bring those hands all the way underneath you and even get your lower back some support. Push those hips up even further if you can. Think about this position that you're in right now as we're going to do the power clean today. Minus your legs being bent and your ankles being bent right now, this is the position your hips are going to get into when you are extending through that second pull on the power clean. Okay, those hips should be this open. Blowing those hips open, squeezing your butt. Notice the muscles you're engaging right now to do so. Those are the same ones you're going to be firing when you're pulling that bar off the top of your thighs up to your shoulders. All right, let's bring it back down. We're going to do one more ab drill here. Let's get everybody's knees at 90 degrees here. You're going to grab onto each individual shin. Same side, same leg. Now I want you to get a firm grip. Press your knees away from your body. So your knees are going to get as far as you can from your chin while holding on to your shin. So your arms should be nice and tight right now, okay? Notice how straight your elbows are. That's going to be one of your first markers you're doing this right. That does not change. Your body is not going to change from the position it is right now when we start moving the whole unit together. So we're going to start the hollow rock by initiating your abs. Let's get those core muscles fired. Bring your chest and your waist towards each other. Shorten that distance. And we're going to start rocking. Start rocking back and forth, back and forth. If your elbows bend, you're losing something there. You're losing part of those abdominal muscles. Something's not firing. So keep those abs firing the whole time here. Keep those arms straight. Your knees should be staying the same distance from your chin throughout this drill. Your hip angle should be staying the exact same throughout this entire drill. If you're getting this step done, you're doing it well. Go ahead and release your shins. Keep those arms straight next to your legs though. Keep rocking, keep rocking, keep rocking. If you're still able to maintain that hip angle, those knees aren't getting closer to your chin, you're going to follow me on step 3. Straighten your right leg. Pointing those toes outwards. Keep rocking, keep rocking. If at any time you need to take a break, take a break. Jump back in where you last left off. Switch legs. seconds, guys. Stay with me. Bring both knees in bend. We're going to bring those arms overhead. So your arms are straight up overhead like you just did an overhead press. Keep rocking, keep rocking. You may notice that's a lot harder to maintain. You might find a weakness in your core. Good, relax, relax. Everybody relax. Nice job. Everybody feel your abs? Good. So there's still 2 more steps going beyond what we did there in the hollow rock that makes that position even harder, puts even more stress on your abdominal muscles. Good stress. Stress that your body should be able to maintain if you're going to hold a good position while you're running, squatting, doing a power clean, or just picking a bag of groceries off the floor. You've got to be able to keep that. So practicing those hollow rocks, getting efficient at maintaining your core, staying that far, like turned on during those movements is something you want to practice. Alright? Let's get a bar out. We're going to start practicing some power clean.